The British Expeditionary Force (BEF) was the name of the contingent of the British Army sent to France in 1939 after Britain and France declared war on Nazi Germany on 3 September, beginning the Second World War. The BEF existed from September 2, 1939 when the BEF GHQ was formed until May 31, 1940, when GHQ closed down and its troops reverted to the command of Home Forces. During the 1930s, the British government had planned to deter war by abolishing the 10-year rule and rearming from the very low level of readiness of the early 1930s. The bulk of the extra money went to the Royal Navy and the Royal Air Force, but plans were made to re-equip a small number of Army and Territorial Army divisions for service overseas. General Lord Gort was appointed to the command of the BEF on September 3, 1939, and the BEF began moving to France on September 4, 1939. The BEF assembled along the Belgian-French border. The BEF took their post to the left of the French First Army under the command of the French First Army Group, FR Groupe d'Armées N degrees 1, of the Northeastern Front, Front du Nord-est. Most of the BEF spent the Phoney War, September 3, 1939 to May 9, 1940, digging field defenses on the border. When the Battle of France, Fall Gelb, began on May 10, 1940, the BEF constituted 10% of the Allied forces on the Western Front. The BEF participated in the Dyle Plan, a rapid advance into Belgium to the line of the Dyle River, but the First Army Group had to retreat rapidly through Belgium and northwestern France, after the German breakthrough further south at the Battle of Sedan, 12–15 May. A local counterattack at the Battle of Arras, 1940 21 May, was a considerable tactical success, but the BEF, French and Belgian forces north of the Somme River retreated to Dunkirk on the French North Sea coast soon after, British and French troops being evacuated in Operation Dynamo, 26 May to 4 June, to England after the capitulation of the Belgian army. SAR Force, the 51st Highland Infantry Division and reinforcements, had taken over part of the Maginot Line for training. The force fought with local French units after 10 May, then joined the 10th Army south of the Somme, along with the improvised Bowman Division and the 1st Armoured Division, to fight in the Battle of Aubille, 27 May to 4 June. The British tried to rebuild the BEF with Home Forces divisions training in Britain, troops evacuated from France and lines or communications troops south of the Somme River, informally known as the 2nd BEF, but BEF GHQ was not reopened. After the success of the Second German Offensive in France, Fall Rot, the 2nd BEF and Allied troops were evacuated from Le Havre in Operation Cycle, 10–13 June, and the French Atlantic and Mediterranean ports in Operation Ariel, 15–25 June, unofficially to 14 August.